It showed that the plane did not crash anywhere near where it was last detected. It actually changed course and kept on flying.
I have the real evidence. It's there, and you can't deny that.
How can you lose a jetliner? How can it vanish in thin air?
That the signal disappeared, that was the unusual element.
A horrifying new discovery might turn everything we thought we knew about Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 upside down. Ever since the plane with 239 people disappeared without a trace, we've been using the most advanced technology to search the ocean's depths, but have still found nothing. Many theories have been suggested, from a pilot's tragic choice to a sudden mechanical disaster, but none have solved the mystery. What if this latest evidence reveals the darker side of some unknown entity targeting this plane? Let us explore why this horrible disaster could have been avoided.
10 years ago, a complete mystery. Apparently underwater microphones, Simon, have picked up a 6-second signal off the Australian coast. Are we closer to getting to solving this mystery?
If authorities had resolved this clue before the tragic ending, the lost plane with too many enemies, the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines, Flight MH370 might seem like an intricate vanishing trick, confusing experts and the global public alike. What if the clues we're searching for are hidden within a range of new findings and advanced theories? We are now engaged in a thorough examination, aiming to reveal significant discoveries and innovative ideas that might clarify this perplexing incident. As we proceed, we encounter a variety of sophisticated scientific techniques and approaches, each designed to shed light on the aircraft's intrigue's disappearance. From analyzing satellite data to conducting deep-sea surveys, every advanced tool has been employed in the hope of discovering the plane's whereabouts. However, every promising lead often results in more questions than answers, leading some to question the effectiveness of these advanced methods. MH370, commonly known by its flight number, was a regular international flight operated by Malaysian Airlines headed to Beijing, China. The plane was full, carrying over 200 passengers set on returning to their homeland or experiencing new sights in a foreign land. The flight boasted a diverse mix of 227 passengers from 14 different countries and 12 Malaysian crew members representing a wide range of cultures and backgrounds, all on a single aircraft spanning giant distances. This flight, now referred to as ill-fated, highlights a stark reality. A routine path transformed into a widely scrutinized disaster. The passengers, who had embarked with plans, hopes, and dreams for their time in Beijing or elsewhere, were unknowingly about to become central figures in one of the most perplexing aviation incidents ever. Examining the events surrounding MH370, one can't help but perceive a bitter irony in the tragedy. Equipped with state-of-the-art technology, the plane vanished without leaving any trace. This begs the question, how can a large airliner simply disappear in today's age, where every move seems to be monitored? This incident starkly exposes the limitations of our modern technology and reveals an overconfidence in our ability to control such technology. In the years following the disappearance, the intrigues of MH370 has re-emerged repeatedly through books, films, and expert discussions, each presenting new theories or clues typically leading to dead ends. This recurring cycle of hope sparked by new findings followed by inevitable disappointment has become almost as routine as the flight was meant to be. The media's treatment of MH370 has often leaned towards the sensational, focusing on dramatic possibilities more than the human reality and the hard facts. The passengers and crew, real individuals with their own stories, have been overshadowed by the ongoing spectacle turned into mere characters in an ongoing drama. This relentless media spectacle serves as a reminder of how tragedies can be turned into stories for consumption, where real human experiences are overshadowed by the quest for a compelling narrative. Thus, the ongoing story of MH370 is not merely about a missing airplane. It's a reflection on how human lives, technological failures, and media fervor intersect. It highlights a harsh truth. Despite our advancements, we are still vulnerable to unpredictable events, and our illusion of control is much less secure than we assume. The narrative continues, marked by a constant unease and widespread dissatisfaction with the explanations provided so far, reminding us of the limits of our knowledge and the ever-present possibility of facing situations beyond our understanding or control. However, this ordinary path quickly escalated into a subject of global intrigue as the plane, shortly after takeoff, inexplicably disappeared from radar. This sudden vanishing act was both shocking and perplexing, given the aircraft's reputation for safety and advanced navigational capabilities. This sparked a critical reevaluation of our trust in modern technology and questioned the actual safety of what is deemed state-of-the-art. The search for MH370 began, revealing more questions and complexities. The night that MH370 went missing. Following its disappearance, MH370 captured the attention of the world. Experts and laypeople alike scrambled to find any trace of the aircraft, combing through satellite images and examining ocean currents in the hopes of uncovering any sign of the missing plane. Despite the massive efforts, each potential clue led to more uncertainty and complexity, emphasizing the sheer magnitude of the search area and the overwhelming challenge it posed. The situation also unleashed a wave of speculation and numerous conspiracy theories. These ranged from rational guesses to wildly imaginative tales, filling the gap left by the absence of solid facts. The media's role was particularly intense, often prioritizing the dramatic and sensational aspects of the story over the accurate and sensitive handling of information, especially concerning the families of those aboard. Years have passed since MH370 vanished, and this incident has come to symbolize our overconfidence in technology. It served as a stark reminder that, despite our advanced gadgets and the high regard in which we hold our technological achievements, we are still vulnerable to unexpected events that defy our understanding and control. Reflecting on MH370, we see a powerful narrative about the limits of technology, the unpredictable nature of the world, and the profound effects of human or technical errors. The ongoing riddle of the flight challenges our assumptions about what it means to be safe and forces us to acknowledge the gaps in our knowledge and capabilities. The search for MH370 has not only been a pursuit of the aircraft, but a broader quest for knowledge, revealing the boundaries of human endeavor and the humility required in the face of our limitations. This event has been a sobering lesson in the complexities of managing and understanding the technological systems we depend on. It reminds us that for all our advancements, there remain areas where our grasp is tenuous at best. As the story of MH370 continues to unfold, it encourages a deeper reflection on our relationship with technology, our expectations for safety, and our ability to manage and respond to the unexpected challenges posed by the natural and technological world. It remains a poignant example of the delicate balance between human ambition and the often harsh realities of life and technology. Another routine message followed at 1:07 a.m., confirming that all systems were functioning correctly. An update was expected at 1:37 a.m., but it never came, marking the start of a perplexing situation. One of the last known communications from the aircraft was, at 1:19 a.m., the cockpit issued a routine message to air traffic control in Kuala Lumpur, saying, "Good night, Malaysia 370. This communication is typically a straightforward procedure indicating a handover from one air traffic control center to another. However, this time, it was different. The expected confirmation from the Vietnamese air traffic control never arrived. The absence of further communication has sparked extensive analysis and debate. Recent scientific studies and research have sought to unravel the events of that night, aiming to bring clarity to the aviation community and the families of those on board. These efforts underscore the ongoing challenges and gaps in our understanding of flight safety. Researchers and experts continue to dissect every aspect of the incident, from the pilot's actions to the technological systems on board, striving to learn from this tragedy. This incident raises serious questions about our readiness and the robustness of our systems in the face of unexpected failures. It also brings to light the profound responsibility borne by those who manage and control our skies. The disappearance of MH370 is a stark reminder of our limitations and has led to calls for improvements in how flights are monitored and managed. It has also contributed to a broader discussion about the need for more resilient communication technologies in aviation to prevent such occurrences in the future. In the complex case of MH370, it was revealed that after the aircraft disappeared from radar screens, it managed to keep in touch with a stationary Inmarsat satellite for 6 hours. This information challenges the initial thought that the aircraft suffered a sudden and catastrophic event. Instead, it appears that the plane continued flying, maintaining high speeds and altitudes. This ongoing flight was partly achieved by turning off certain communication systems on board. These communications were limited to brief automated electronic exchanges totaling 7, with 2 initiated by the plane and 5 by the Inmarsat ground station. There were also attempts to make contact through 2 satellite phone calls that went unanswered. These interactions, which largely involved exchanges of numbers possibly related to data collected by an individual named HIA, add another layer of complexity to the unfolding events. Adding to the intrigue, radar data and undisclosed information from the Malaysian Air Force provide further insights. After it disappeared from civilian radars, MH370 unexpectedly turned southwest, then altered its course over the Malay Peninsula, flew around Penang Island, and headed northwest across the Malacca Strait before it finally lost contact over the giant Andaman Sea. This unusual route, spanning over an hour, is atypical of standard flight patterns associated with known hijacking scenarios or typical aircraft failures. The search for MH370 has been unusually difficult, leading experts through a maze of theories and ideas. This case has captured global attention, affecting families worldwide and sparking lots of speculation. It's hard to believe that a modern airplane equipped with multiple ways to communicate could just disappear. In today's world, where almost everything can be tracked, this incident shows our limitations in managing and understanding sophisticated technology, and it highlights issues with global aviation safety standards. This situation shows the need to check and improve our current technologies and safety measures. It stresses the importance of better tracking and communication systems to avoid such mysteries in the future. The disappearance of MH370 reminds us of the weaknesses in our technology and safety plans, urging the aviation world to make advances that ensure the safety and tracking of planes under all conditions. New flight data made the story more puzzling, leading to re-evaluations. Disappearance into the Antarctic skies. The uncommon disappearance of such aircraft sharpens our focus on theories that often resemble the plots of suspense novels. Despite initial rejections by Malaysian authorities and the Air Force, the confusing details of the plane's flight path eventually came to light. It was revealed that the plane had veered dramatically towards what seemed like a direction toward Antarctica. This story took a further turn when technicians in London used data concerning the Doppler effect to pinpoint the plane's location, surprisingly far from any expected area. Around 2:40 a.m., the aircraft made an unanticipated downward turn over Sumatra, the northernmost island of Indonesia. Although some details remain unclear, it is believed that the plane continued its path towards Antarctica, exceeding its flying range by a considerable margin. 6 hours into this puzzling flight, data indicated a sudden, steep descent, an unusual event where the plane fell at a rate much faster than normal, near a remote ocean region known as the Seventh Arc. This rapid descent likely resulted in the aircraft crashing into the ocean, breaking apart during the fall, indicating a destructive end, rather than a controlled emergency landing on water. The pieces of wreckage suggest an almost instantaneous disintegration. Yet, even with these intriguing satellite data interpretations, the lack of solid physical evidence leaves substantial gaps. The narrative, although filled with advanced data and tracking technologies, concludes with many unanswered questions, underscoring a frustrating absence of definitive answers and the limitations of our most sophisticated technologies. The investigation outlines a scenario that, while technologically equipped, seems to circle around providing clear answers, leaving everyone involved in a state of unresolved curiosity without concrete evidence to grasp onto. At this stage of the investigation, analyzing the Doppler value has provided essential insights into the aircraft's path, strongly supported by a second data point from Inmarsat, also referred to as the Doppler value. This data revealed a slight southern shift in the aircraft's route, a fact initially downplayed by those with access to the information. The Doppler value measures changes in the frequency of signals as the aircraft moves in relation to a stationary satellite. This measurement is a common method for keeping communication channels open during flights, as aircraft systems adjust these frequency changes to ensure clear transmission. Nonetheless, this process is not without its faults. Older satellites might emit signals that do not precisely match what modern aircraft systems expect, leading to potential errors. Elements like the satellite's orbit tilt and changes in environmental temperature can alter the signals, evident as specific markers in data analysis. Such discrepancies raise concerns about the accuracy of the conclusions drawn from this data, suggesting that reliance on this method could be problematic. The pursuit of the black boxes, critical for uncovering the truth, intensifies as the investigation delves deeper into data obtained from satellites. This investigation has unveiled that MH370 continued to fly for several hours after losing radio contact, a significant fact that was eventually confirmed by Malaysian authorities, so they were initially hesitant to do so. This delayed acknowledgement, coupled with potential inaccuracies due to outdated satellite technology, paints a picture of an investigation slowed by both technological limitations and a lack of forthright communication. These issues add layers of complexity to the case, complicating the task of conclusively determining MH370's fate and prolonging the agony for all involved. This scenario underscores an investigative process plagued by technological inadequacies and a reluctance to share critical information promptly, leading to widespread frustration and challenging the ability to draw clear and accurate conclusions about what happened to MH370. Doubts grew because of Malaysia's unclear methods in handling the investigation of MH370, made worse by claims of corruption within the government. Games from Europe, Australia, and the US face difficulties in their efforts, dealing with issues like missing data and misguided initial searches in the South China Sea. These problems made it hard to find any debris floating on the ocean, which was crucial for locating the plane and retrieving its black boxes. The search expanded into wide ocean areas based on satellite data, with Australia taking a lead role by focusing on these identified zones. The task of mapping these unfamiliar ocean depths presented significant challenges, complicating the search further. The circumstances surrounding MH370's disappearance are covered with layers of secrecy and signs of careful planning, suggesting that this was not just a random event, but one that was intentionally set up. The unusual route taken by the flight, characterized by a total breakdown in electronic communication, is difficult to explain through common issues like technical failures or mistakes by the pilot. Typical explanations that include computer errors, system malfunctions, or environmental issues such as ice, lightning, or even unusual occurrences like meteor strikes do not sufficiently explain the complex path taken by the aircraft. Moreover, a range of potential mechanical and human-related problems, from sensor errors to communication equipment failures, and from instrument inconsistencies to faults in the electrical system, still do not provide a clear reason for the flight's significant deviation from its intended path. Even scenarios involving fire, smoke, sudden loss of cabin pressure, explosions in the cargo area, or the pilot's loss of control over the aircraft do not uncover the full story behind this perplexing event. The disappearance of MH370 is one of aviation's biggest mysteries. What do you think happened? Share your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Let me know what other unsolved mysteries you'd like to explore in the future.